the research that we do in NALA is obviously around literacy, numeracy, blended learning. As Anne mentioned earlier, around 2010 and 2011, we did 3 family literacy research projects. Anne and Maggie did one, and we did one ourselves I did one myself in NALA, and we commissioned a third piece. And these, I'm not going to talk about these today, but these research reports are on the NALA website in the research publications section, and they're free to download from the website. If you want to have a look at them, there may be something in there that takes your interest. The 3 pieces of research that I'm going to talk to you about today are 2 case studies and 1 blended learning project. The first case study that we did, and there's copies of it outside, you might have some in your bag, they're free, are case studies of adult numeracy practice in Ireland. And as I said, this captures practice as it happens in day-to-day around the country. And what we did was, we interviewed the tutors and we wrote up their practice in a series of case studies. But if you don't want to have to plough through that, at the end of these case studies and at the reading strategies case studies, there's a table of practice, and it's by subject or topic. So if you're interested in tips on how to teach algebra, just go to the table of practice, have a look at what it says there, and then if you're interested in finding out more, it'll tell you what case study that's part of, and you can go into the report then and read the whole case study. It's the same format with the reading strategies. Again, there's a table of practice at the back. There's also some useful resources and websites that we put at the back as well. So just go in, have a look at what you're looking for, and read it. And if you're interested, then go back into the full case study. The third piece of research we did with Limerick ESOL Partnership. I think I saw Colin earlier. And this is a piece of research that we did with ESOL learners using writeon.ie as part of a blended learning approach in the classroom. Now, the learners in this particular case used writeon.ie, but it could be any online learning tool that your learners are more comfortable and happy with. And overall, it was successful in that a lot of the ESOL learners that we talked to were as interested as improving their English as they were in improving their literacy, some more so than others. So the blended learning approach really helped them in that regard, because the online learning tool allows them to learn independently. Also, writeon.ie has a voiceover, so they're listening to the English all the time, and if there's anything that they don't understand, they usually go into Google Translate, and so they're using various skills in that as well. And this is this report. It's a fairly concise piece of research. And the last piece is more case studies from 2012. And again, they're just tips on teaching strategies in the classroom. That's basically what I've just talked to you about, and there's some of the subjects or the topics that are covered in the research. The tutors also talk about how they handle evaluation and accreditation, because not all learners come back to learning, as you know, for accreditation, but once they're in, a lot are motivated to go on and achieve accreditation. All of these publications are available to download from the NALA website, so if you have a copy today, or if you weren't able to get a copy today, go onto the website, or if it's a resource that you think maybe some of your colleagues might be interested in, you can steer them towards the website as well. Also on the website, there's 5 resources and supports for tutors. There's resources for write-on, there's Tutors Corner, and I want to draw your attention to that, because when I was doing the research, the numeracy case studies and the reading case study research, what I found in talking to tutors was they said there's a real lack of resources and materials available to work with beginner learners. And a lot of the time they design or create their own resources. And when I went back and actually had a look at our Tutors Corner, there are resources there that are available to use with learners at level 1. It's just at the time we categorised them, there was no level 1. So they're categorised under level 2. So if you see resources and materials and worksheets for level 2, don't click out if you're looking for something to use. Go through them, because I'm sure you'll find something that'll be useful in there to use with the learners. Right on, most of you will know about the Help My Kid Learn website is a great resource for parents to use with children, and provides a lot of tips to parents on activities that they can do with their children. That's basically what the Tutor's Corner looks like if you're going in to have a look at it. There's tips for teaching reading, there's recommended websites, there's a professional development section, and there's teamed literacy support, so family literacy is in there, and you can get it on your mobile. This is the Help My Kid Learn website, and as you can see, the aim is to give parents fun ideas on how they can help their child. We're also at the moment running a Plain English campaign, and if you have time, we would ask you to log on and sign the petition. This is a petition that's going to government to encourage government departments in particular to use less jargon and plain English when they're dealing with the public, so that people have a better idea of the information, understanding of the information that they're getting, and it encourages active citizenship.